Hello there, my name is PolishLynx. Welcome again to Lucid9. Okay, I wordlessly leave him in his fantasy world domination and head to the cafeteria. It's more out of routine than actually feeling hungry. The shock of running into an old friend after 4 years might have something to do with that. Maybe I should be angry at Misaki, but at the same time, who knows what had happened with her and her mother. She seemed pretty uncomfortable talking about it. At least she's here now. I guess that's all that matters. If Misaki wants to tell me, she will on her own time. The cafeteria is broad and beautiful, my goodness. Such cafeteria is really something. Damn. I wish I studied there. Damn. You know what we had in my high school? We had, well, not really a cafeteria, but kind of a bar. Well, more like basically a school shop, and there were like 5 tables, and well, basically it was a small room, not something like here. Alright, the cafeteria is broad and beautiful, boasting polished surfaces and tidy, well-lit spaces. Modern furniture settles well on the brushed mahogany floor. Students in pristine uniforms travel to and fro, scooping food from the extensive buffets, counters around the perimeter of the cafeteria and returning to their friends. I spot Rui in the back corner of the cafeteria, staring up at the skylights with a thoughtful tilt to her head. Actually, this would be a perfect time to tell her about Misaki. Rui would be thrilled to see her again. Hey Rui! She jumps slightly at the sudden sound, and only then do I remember that I'm supposed to be apologizing for being dramatic yesterday. Except I'd never have been great at apologizing, or even good, or actually even mildly passable. Say, how are you? I'm doing okay. How was class? It was okay, I guess. Oh, okay? We shuffled for a moment and I finally cleared my throat. About yesterday. It's okay, Yama. I know that seeing the past must have brought up some memories. You were just lashing out. But I shouldn't have. No, I guess not. So next time something like that happens, I reserve the right to slap you silly. And just like that, everything is right between us. What have I done to deserve a friend like this? Thanks. But buy me lunch. What? Oh, come on, it's only fair. If I go into debt, I blame you for constantly mooking off of me. Are you ever going to pay for your own food? Probably not. But you can't count those grocery trips because I ended up cooking everything for you. And yourself. Labor taxes! Let's go already, I'm hungry. But just as she reaches forward and pulls my arm to her side, we hear a very familiar voice from behind us. Well, what we have here? Oh, shh. We jerk around in synchronization and promptly come face with Mr. Ryota. Rui quickly squeaks and jumps away, suddenly bashful. Oh, hi, Mr. Ryota. Look at you two, the adorable childhood friends, finally getting together after years of unneeded drama. I feel sick. What is this, some crappy anime? What? We're not together. I wouldn't go out with Yama in a million years. It's actually really adorable. I struggle to maintain a straight face. I know, I'm just too good for you. She snaps back into the Rui that the rest of the academy knows her as witty, confident, and a touch of malicious. She opens her mouth, no doubt to smite me with some comeback or another, but Mr. Ryota breaks us up. Well, if I don't end up barfing my guts out, you guys will have the most adorable wedding in all of history. And there goes Rui. How can you say something like that, Mr. Ryota? You're a teacher, you should know better. Oh, come on, it will look back on this day, mark my words. With a cheerful wave, he splits to the fake faculty express line. Those words sound fairly ominous. I can already imagine all the embarrassing stories he'd deliberately shared with the other wedding guests. We'd probably even have so many people rolling in the aisles from laughter that Rui wouldn't even be able to walk properly. What the heck am I even thinking about? Wedding, Rui? Mr. Ryota is being his usual self, I see. Yep. Now he's got me thinking about. Nope, not going there. Maybe now would be a good time to switch topic. Alright, I even have the perfect material. Hey Rui, you're not gonna believe this, but I saw Miki today. Rui's face cuts to complete blankness in the space of a millisecond. It is really shocking news, maybe I should have eased it a bit. She ended up transferring to the school, and we coincidentally wound up in the same class. Dead silence. I finally start to feel a prickle of apprehension. We can hang out together again, we can... Did you talk to her? Well, of course it's Miki. Rui, what's wrong? Aren't you happy? Well, no, I'm not. As far as I'm concerned, she has nothing to do with either of us anymore. Don't you remember? We were kids who held up a stupid grudge for something beyond her control. Come on, we're older than that now. Oh, are we? She didn't really apologize, did she? Well, I pause for a moment. Rui's expression immediately darkens. I see that she didn't, and I know why. Because she wasn't there to see you fall apart. I don't think you remember, Yama, but you were in a really bad place after she left. Even to the point where, you know. But that wasn't because of Misaki, okay? Maybe. Yeah, but she triggered the whole thing. It's just, when I think about it, I get mad at her, really mad. So it's probably best for both her and me if she stays away. So we are not gonna be friends again. The thought is so baffling that I can't help but stutter. In my mind, we'd always been a package deal. Me, Rui, Misaki. It was either all or nothing. You're your own person, so you should hang out with whoever you want. But I can't be buddy-buddy with Misaki until she realizes what she's done. I never thought Rui, of all people, would be irrational. But what did she do? How bad had I been exactly? I'd never seen Rui so upset. At least not in a really long time. Sorry to be a downer. Why don't we just grab some lunch? How about you go on ahead? I need to talk to Mr. Ryota. Okay. Surprisingly, she doesn't ask me any more questions. She heads to the lunch line without a word. Maybe she also feels rotten inside, like something has been lost forever. I shake these thoughts and immediately locate Mr. Ryota, who's just popped out of the faculty line and, conveniently enough, is heading in my direction. He watches our separation with an eyebrow rise to his hairline. Oh, are the newlyweds already running into trouble? I ignore this. Good timing, Mr. Ryota. I want to ask something. If the question is whether to have Shila's crew out, the answer is yes. What? No, that's not the question. Already, that's a bit boring. Rui and I aren't... You know what, never mind. I was wondering what it means when you see someone you haven't seen forever who you thought disappeared from the planet. It means exactly what you said. Your life actually is a crappy anime. I never said that. Oh, you did it. Mr. Ryota. Seriously. Sorry, can't help it. No. Who's this person you haven't seen forever? She just transferred to my class this morning. Rui here, me, and well, we were really close when we were little, but in our hometown settle. Transfer student, childhood friends. Don't even think about it. Too late. My life is not a crappy anime. It's not. You're right, it's a really crappy anime. So, what's the problem? Well, I talked with her and I think we'll be friends again, but Rui is jealous. Wait, no! What is this, junior high? Sorry, I'll shut up. See, when Misaki, the transfer student, left, she accidentally triggered a giant depressive state that basically left me in the dumps for a year. I don't really remember much about it, to be honest. Rui claims it was bad. Yama, when can you come to my office today? I want to listen properly to you, and the cafeteria is not exactly an ideal environment. Well, I guess that Mr. Ryota got hired to his job for an actual reason. Okay, guess I'll drop by after school. Alright, or during ready. Either way works. Now, off to lunch you. Got eat before the bell rings. You young growing boys need all the nutrition they can get. He can sound like the wise, all-knowing teacher when he just implied it was fine for me to ditch school. See you later, Mr. Ryota. He only responds with a casual wave before he saunters over to the nearest table, chatting easily with a group of students. I snag a plate of food and search for Rui, but she's nowhere in sight. Guess that conversation took a little longer than I originally intended. I quickly serve my food down and return to the classroom. Right, class, let's take secondary roll before we head to the courtyard. What? We have more PE? The teacher's hallway through rolling her eyes before she catches herself. I guess it's not a good example to organize in front of your students. No, Yahiko, today's car day has been announced over the PA for the past 3 days. Afternoon classes are cancelled so that third years may explore possible future occupations with specialists. Alright. Questions of the future. Writing prompt about our range up. No car day. I think I'm sensing a pattern here. We're already running a little late, so let's make this quick. Anyone missing? Nope. That prompts us to glance around. I think he's right, madam. Everyone's here. Everyone except Misaki, who apparently is at her job. Time to do some not so subtle recon. Teacher, where's that girl that was sitting by the window? The teacher waves her head dismissively. Special circumstances. Anyone else? Despite myself, I feel a prick of curiosity. Special circumstance. What kind of circumstances could warrant such an offhand dismissal from the teacher? I thought most teachers loathed making exceptions for mandatory events. Just what could Misaki's job be? As the teacher continues to survey the classroom, I feel a nudge against my arm. I'm surprised you brought it up. What? Usually you wouldn't say anything even if you noticed. You wouldn't even have thought it too much trouble. Her words are remarkably neutral. It's awkward. It feels like a trap. I think you should stop pretending like you actually know me, or that you have a brain. You're insufferable. She storms to the back of the room in a huff. I'm insufferable. She's done far worse, and she's still judging me. What a hypocrite. Alright, looks like everyone else is here. To the courtyard, destiny waits. There are more than a few rolled eyes, but everyone obediently flies out of the classroom. That would make sense. Our class pours into the courtyard, but the courtyard is empty, which currently resembles a crowded street market, which is not really true. Columns of bows are set in orderly lines, each attempting to outshine the others, with progressively more outrageous signage and progressively louder music. But that's not really true. I wonder if they got a proof for my future job. Come to think of it, in all that 203 times he's talked about his dream, he's never ever once mentioned his future job. Just all the things he will own. Oh, and what might that be? Is it obvious, with my stunning looks and all? So, a trash can. Is it even a job? Of course it's a job. Well, no, I want to be a model. That's Wait, it's not as silly as it seems. I mean, think how he just believed that being a trash can was a profession. He can't have a job that requires him to think. He also can't have a job that requires social interaction. He just repels people instead of attracting them. Those are his two biggest flaws, and modeling doesn't need either. That's true. As for his looks, I had to admit, but he's not so good looking. He'd probably be able to land himself a girlfriend if he could just keep quiet. It almost sounds like a serious plan. Yahiko, my friend, I'm glad you finally realized the cruel truth. What are you talking about? I'm just saying that it's a good idea, especially coming from you. Isn't it? Once I become famous, then the world will be able to witness my magnificence. I'll be on the TV, the internet, advertising blimps, basically everywhere. On second thought, maybe it's a terrible idea. Well, if you don't mind me, I'm off to meet my destiny. And with that, he skips off in the crowd, leaving me awkwardly leaning against the wall like some kind of a delinquent. I'm not really sure what to do. I'll be wasting my time if I look around, but I'll be wasting my time if I stay here. What a conundrum. You there? I turn to the source of the voice. A man in medical coat standing in front of the booth, posting the holographic sign. Way forward pharmaceuticals, hospital division. I'm guessing he's a doctor. Are you interested in becoming a doctor? Bodies, open woods. Yeah, no. Sir, I don't think I could deal with the pressure of being a doctor. If that's what you're about, then don't worry. I'm a heart surgeon and I get an entire team of people helping me during the operations. Well, if I have people helping me. Scalpel piece? Yeah. What do you mean, nah? I thought I was supposed to do all the cutting this time. That doesn't matter. It sure does. I see what's going on here, man. You wanna take all the credit. Well, guess what? That ain't happening. What are you talking about? I'm the doctor here. Doctor, the patient is in critical condition. If you don't go fast, he's going to die. The patient is dying, dang it. Give me the scalpel. Water, don't be getting your scraps in a bunch. Doctor, the patient is dead. See, look what you did. Look at what yeah, I don't think being a doctor is right for me. Are you sure? We've got a great internship program. I'm good, thanks for... And a nearby booth catches my eye. A multicolored sign claims that it's from the National Education Institute. Behind the booth's table, a tall woman in glasses is speaking animatedly to a small group of students. Don't you feel that we have a duty to keep the next generation in the side knowledge is power, and we need to ensure that our successors have the power to move forward? My job is the best and the most beneficial. There are no downsides whatsoever. Yeah, be there, hear that. Don't your students know you or tire you out? Well, I've had some ups and downs in my career, of course. The more difficult students may be perplexing at first, but when you persevere, you always end up getting those students back on the right path. Is that so? Teach, what's 5 plus 7? This is high school, Mystery Kari. Sorry. Not primary school, you should have mastered addition by now. But teach! Excuse me, Mr. Kurogane. Smoking is not permitted on campus. Hand those over. Shh! You ain't the boss of me, kid! Kid, I'm your teacher. You're sharper than me, kid, and that makes you kid. Right, that's it. You're staying after class. You've got detention to serve. Says who? Says you? You couldn't even take a diseased chicken with one claw tied to its tail? That's why you can't... What? That's why can't you be that eloquent on your essays? Teacher! What's wrong? What are you crying again? What for? Oh, you're angry at me. I'm sorry. I'm so terrible. I can't... Hey, don't cry. Yeah, I don't think I have enough patience to deal with students. I meander down the row of booths, apathetically peering at any that seem mildly entertaining. One man with a remarkable bushy mustache raises his fist in the air, yelling at the top of his lungs. Do you love Japan? Join the Japanese self-defense force today! Whoa, I thought those kinds of dick-haired patriots only existed on TV. So, any man who's able to follow orders can be seen as a hero of Japan. If you're still alive. Grenade! Cover it, soldier! What? But we could just run away! Jump on that grenade, or I'll have you court-martialed for insubordination! But I will die! All the better! Hop to it! Yeah, not happening. I turn away from the booth. Everything I see is equally unpromising. Do you have a knack for cooking? Why not apply to Lion Culinary School? Wait, that would be good for you, man! You want the restaurant of your family? God, why don't you go there? Gather here, engineers, mathematicians, fellow countrymen. The biggest digital corporation in the world, Lemnisade, has positions open for you. Have you always wanted to help the hurting? Join us at the Commons Therapy Center and transform the world one life at a time. A quick glance in the other direction reveals that I seem to be the only one having trouble. I find Elizabeth in deep conversation with a police officer just a few feet away. Wouldn't have thought her to be the type. Maybe she's sucking up to them so they will let her off for corporate fraud. I can't really judge her. At least she found something that she's interested in. Me on the other hand, well, I have nothing. What's up? Can't find your life's calling? What? I turned to the source of the voice. A scraggly man slumped against a rickety folding chair. A worn beanie plopped on his head and a threadbare trench coat thrown over his shoulders. There's no sign on his booth. Is hobo a legitimate car? Ha! Youngsters these days, you hold your future in your own hands and you don't even know what to do with it. You're lucky, you know. There was a time when people didn't have the luxury of choosing their car. Upon second glance, I noticed that there are several ring racks of books settled in the back of the booth. There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to their genre, science fiction, mystery, fantasy, young adult, but they are all under the same name. Are you a writer? He smiles when I ask him. What surprise? Who did you think I was, an adventurer? Globetrotter? A homeless guy, actually. He draws back his head and laughs. You've got life. I can't wait to read your stories. Somehow I don't think that being a writer would fit me. Or maybe? Oh, somebody help me! Whatever shall I do? Fear not, generic damsel in distress. I'm the hero. I lost the previous battle, so this is the heroic rematch, where I'm guaranteed to win. How fortunate! After you win this final battle, I shall bestow with the obligatory smudge of victory. Hey, you can just ignore the villain. I got your girl, Yama. Oh, spare us with your evil gloating. It will only lead to your downfall. But I got up. Give a motive round so that we understand your identity as a tragic villain. Nah, I'll just put that as a footnote. Okay, I tire of this needless banter. I've actually written the princess' backstory so that she's a badass in distress. What? But you didn't even foreshadow that! Too bad, I need to move the plot forward. Yeah! No! Yeah, I don't think I can come up with original material. That's why you just rip over your life, you know. Thanks, but no thanks. He shrugs apathetically as I walk away. A nearby small group of students catches my eye. They're gathered in front of a man in a long, sweeping lab coat. Although his voice is placid, there lies an undercurrent of power in every word he says. Life is a fragile thing. There is an unspeakable number of ways for the human body to fail, and even more for it to be broken. Death was accepted as an inevitable part of life, a natural stage in the cycle of this world. But it doesn't have to be that way. The man in the lab coat straightens as the students break into hurried whispers. Through research we can create medicine that finds diseases and treats disorders, extending our lives exponentially, and maybe indefinitely. Oh, so he's a medical researcher. He fixes his gaze on each individual in the crowd, not in the hostile manner, but certainly in an unnerving one. A day may come when we can define death. His eyes land on me. The intelligent arc of his brow and the commanding line of his jaw shift slightly as he examines me. I feel frozen beneath his piercing gaze. It isn't exactly uncomfortable, but it's strange. Eventually he turns away, adjusting the golden glasses that are settled on the bridge of his nose. If you seek to make a lasting influence on the world, join us at Way Forward Pharmaceuticals in the Research Division. Together we can accomplish the impossible and prevent the inevitable. The crowd of students breaks into applause. Their faces gape in wonder. I can only scoff. No one can define death. Anyone who thinks otherwise is just delusional. As I turn away from the Way Forward booth, the PA comes to life. Attention students, my Inori will be speaking in the center stage in 5 minutes. The students around me gasp audibly, breaking into frantic whispers. Why, your Inori? Here? In person? Our school important, you know, why wouldn't he come? Come on, let's get a good spot. I follow the massive throng of students gathering around the courtyard center stage. Sure enough, Master Inori, the ever-popular major of Isamu, is in the flesh. He gives the students a cordial wave from behind an impenetrable line of security guards. You know, back in my day, when dinosaurs roamed the earth. These extras laugh from the crowd. Really? We always did karate. We'd pop over to GFC. You should have seen it before it was renovated and stuff ourselves on wings. But we're only double SS at the time. Shows you how far we've come as society, huh? The crowd chuckles again. Among them I catch the distinct of Elizabeth's giggle. As well, she's eagerly jotting notes on her phone, hanging on to the major's every word. The brilliant girl who's always around Elizabeth is also next to her. Surprisingly, she seems equally engrossed in the speech. And yeah, I hated karate, thought it was a waste of time. Thought that they were restraining me at a time when all I wanted to do was explore myself, who I was, who I wanted to be. But later I realized that I was thinking about karate in a completely wrong way. It wasn't about deciding my future, it was about exploring possibilities. He allows a moment of thoughtful silence before he continues. The truth is, you will probably change cars multiple times in your life. In fact, the average number of jobs is estimated to be 15 times. You could be in med school all your life, but have experience in construction, woodworking, design, architecture, statistics, engineering, maybe even ostrich babysitting or bicycle fishing. Elizabeth smiles into her hand as the students laugh like a perfectly timed track. But as fast as the future is, you know what you don't want to do. You don't want to be hurt, you don't want to go each day full of insecurities, doubts, fears. You don't want to be lied to or backstabbed or treated like a fake. I won't lie to you, it's a nasty world out there. But I think that we can all agree that, regardless of who we are or where we are from, we each have an important part to play in the safety of this country. So go on, explore, you guys are bright. And hey, you guys are in a better spot than I was. I thought I'd like nothing more than become an anthropologist. Not that even I knew what that meant at the time. It just sounded good. His parting sentence elicits a laugh as he steps off the stage, offering a final wave. The students erupt into cheers in response. I quickly shuffle away from the crowd before the noise overwhelms me. I don't want to like this guy, heck. I don't want to like any politician, but he seems to be less evil than the others I've seen. Furthermore, he made a good speech. He came across intelligent, but generally two major opposites of politics. Maybe I'll vote in his re-election. Maybe. Hello, stranger. Huh? Hey, Mickey! I abruptly stop in my tracks, finally taking in what she's wearing. Well, you are dressed up. Which is putting it lightly. She's draped in a silken kimono that ripples around her figure like water. Her inset with a minimalistic ribbon and crystal pin. She could own the red carpet or a throne, even with that outfit. Pretty my mind supplies unhelpfully. I quickly grind that part of my mind to dust. That's all you have to say? Well, what were you expecting, poetry? Oh dear, as you liken yourself to starlight with eyes like the moon and the move like the purest golden flame the southern deep sea. She promptly slaps me on the back. Very funny, Shakespeare too. Although I'm impressed, your recitation was pretty decent. I feel like she's insulting me, but she genuinely seems shocked. So, what brings you here? Do you want to become a model? What? Oh, no need to be embarrassed. My models are hardly anything to you. However, they do tend to be physically fit. Do you happen to have six-pack? I'll pretend I hear none of that. What makes you think I would ever want to be a model? You're standing by my company's booth. We are a modeling company. Surprised, I cast a quick glance behind her. Sure enough, a large banner reads Lotus Modeling, above a tent with striking photo spreads. Hence the kimono, I assume. You assume correctly. So, where's Rui? I haven't seen her all day. That awkward moment went. Really, that's funny. She attends this school, right? Well, of course she does. So you've seen her today? Yeah, well, yeah. You didn't tell her about me. Hello, social drama, I missed you. Not. How can I word that this delicately? Or better yet, avoid it completely? You should probably be going back to the job. I have my eye on you, Yama. Please don't. Do you really think I can tell when you're lying? Yes, you can't. Actually, he didn't say anything. He didn't lie about anything. I believe in my ability to run away. Always the same, I see. I made a mental note to harass you about it later. Until then, Yama. She floats back to her booth, greeting any curious glances with an effortless smile. A model. Her job is modeling. Somehow I find it a little underwhelming. I most expect her to be involved in something drastic like the Secret Service, or the film industry, or even the Olympics. But modeling, where you pose, and change, and smile for hours and hours, adventurous, stubborn Mickey, it doesn't seem to fit her. And with that, let's end the episode here. We'll see where this is going in the next one. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you then. I'm going to sleep. Bye. Goodbye. Or good night, basically.